Welcome back to One Page, One Cover, One Cover, One Page. It's only the second episode, and I'm already screwing up the title. One Cover, One Page. Today, I know I mentioned it before, but we're gonna be flip-flopping from the past to the present, to the past to the present. I think also flip-flopping comics and RPGs because I have my toes in both worlds at the moment, or really always have. But last episode we covered the Max. Very, very dear to my heart. But also dear to my heart is role playing games. So Dungeons and Dragons. Oh my gosh. So I'll be dreadfully honest. My experience with RPGs was computer and console based for most of my life. So growing up in New Hampshire, Derry, New Hampshire in the 90s, I think the very first RPG that I was exposed to would have been Zelda, the very first Zelda game. And of course immediately fell in love with that. And then subsequently like Ultima on NES, and then the Sega Genesis stuff like Sword of Vermilion, Super Highlight. Oh my god, that game was huge for me. Phantasy Star 2 also I was absolutely obsessed with. But in short, I just didn't have anyone to play with as far as like tabletop role-playing games. None of my friends were into it at all. My cousin Steve he was 10 years older than me, but that was a wide enough gap where we didn't really sit down and play together. And fortunately, when my first son was born, I fell in love with tabletop games. Like it quickly took over my creative life from writing fiction, and I just pivoted to creating games, writing games, drawing games. So let's get into it, man. One cover, one page. Boom. Oh my gosh. This set, the basic rule set, and this cover, Larry Elmore. I can't think of a more iconic image for D&D than this bad boy. I know I said it about the Max cover, but this one also sort of gives me the same sort of butterfly feelings, like seeing, like putting myself right back there when I very first saw this cover. I probably in my cousin's bedroom, my older cousin Steve's bedroom, and wanting to teleport myself into this world immediately. So yeah, let's break down the image first. So you got the hero. You know, for a long time I thought that was Warduke, but it's not. It's a hero, and you don't see their face. It's sort of a classic composition where the hero is going into the composition, into the action, and you can place yourself in the shoes of that character. So I mean, I love that. Like it's something that I've done with illustrations before, and it's always effective. You see it on thriller novel covers, movie covers all the time. Just sort of it's a quick way to teleport the audience into the content, and this works absolutely perfectly. You got the adventurer. They're swiping their sword, ready for action. For some reason, their shield is not in front of them because they're going to likely need that when this dragon chomps them in half. But not everyone uses a shield the same way. But the level of detail, the coloring, everything in this piece, how it breaks the border here. It's as if the dragon's coming at you, you're coming at the dragon, everything's happening all at once, and you know exactly what you're gonna get in this brand new at the time Dungeons and Dragons fantasy interactive role-playing game. Whoever did art direction on this, and I'm sure we can find out on the inside for reading the TSR notes, absolutely smashed it. Larry Elmore, an icon in the industry, absolutely destroyed it. And this is still used today. Think about that. So I'm looking at the date here. It says 1983 on this box. I don't know if this is the first iteration, 1983, of this. You can comment below and school me, because I need to be schooled. But yeah, it's still being used today on T-shirts, products, mugs, freaking lunch boxes. It is the iconic Dungeons and Dragons cover, and I still love it. I've had 2 T-shirts. I still wear the T-shirt with this image on it all the time. I wear it to the pool, so other people can be like, "Oh, hey, you play role play? You role play?" Yes, I'm a dad and I role play. Chat with me. So before we open the box and do the one-page bit, I will show off. I was at GaryCon 2 years ago and was really lucky and got Larry to do a quick Ancient Red Dragon sketch for me. So, man, I need to get this bad boy framed, along with a Jeff Eastley up in the bathroom up there. So, yes, thank you, Larry, for that one. But yeah, let's open this bad boy up. It was hard to choose a single page in this box. But before we talk about that, I don't know if these dice go with this set. So dice goblins out there, dice historians, can you help me identify if this dice set and crayon go with this actual set from 1983? So we're going to put that aside and crack open this GM book. I did flip through this a minute ago, and it is very, as you probably know, text heavy. So there aren't a whole lot of images, and on this little channel, with this series, one cover, one page, I like to choose an image for the interior page, and there are very few. There's a radical map with kobolds at the door, but I'm going to be a little boring and talk about the key on this. Let me call it interior cover. It's not an end paper, but because it's not a hardcover, but on this end paper-ish interior cover page, the key to the maps. I can't think of a better page, and this is the first thing you see, really, to get your imagination bubbling, knowing that, man, all right, there's maps in here, and I have to decode them a little bit, and I'm going to learn every single one of these little symbols, because this is going to be my world from now on. These are all the rich and cool interactive things that we'll be exploring in this entire universe, really. This is gonna be the visual language. I love shit like this. I love that you can look at this single page and really have your mind explode. Like, oh my god, I can draw stuff like this. I can sit down and draw a map, and I can do these little simple little doodles, and everyone will understand that same map language. That, to me, that is very special, and that's what makes RPGs, the community of RPGs, unlike any other medium in the world. This language of maps, universally known. Now pretty much anyone can look at this and almost immediately understand. There's a door, there's a spiral staircase, there's a bed. Holy crap, more rubble, damn it. It's just so, it is so cool. So for me, that's the magic there. I could go on about the other pages. I mean, there's so much in here, but one cover, one page, that's all we have time for. Also, just remember, these inserts are in here. Very cool. That's not the same one. Are there two in here? That's interesting. I'm also curious if anyone watching this knows if the boxes came with two inserts. They look identical. Yeah, please let me know. Larry Elmore, you're a god. If you ever have the occasion to meet him at a con, please do. He's getting older now. I'm not sure how many shows he's doing, but man, amazing cover. It does have to be said, if you like these videos, please like and subscribe. Of course, want to get my numbers up and get more people turned on to this channel, and also all the cool things that Severed Books does. Severed Books publishes RPGs, my own, and then I've collaborated with lots of really cool people. Morgan and Phil of the movie The Spine of Night. We just put out a book by them called Veilgrave for Mork Borg. We're doing the Mork Borg action figure, first party action figure with those guys. Sickest Witch, the RPG, will be out soon, and I'm dumping all of my time and effort into that. So yeah, follow along, like and subscribe. Thank you so much. You guys are great.